Good day. So our lesson is about tractors and their transmission systems. So first, uh, what is tractor? So tractor is a mechanical device consisting of an engine and a power transmission system. So the engine ranges from 3 horsepower to over 100 horsepower. So ibig sabihin, pwedeng lampas pa sa 100 horsepower ang power ng tractor natin. Okay? And then, meron siyang transmission system that produce high torque on its wheel for pulling various implements in the farm. So, ang kailangan natin sa tractor is high torque, not high speed. So, it is equipped with a rotary shaft, dun sa kanyang power take-up shaft, or sa PTO, to produce rotary power for the operation of various rotary implements. So again, it is equipped with hydraulic system for lifting and lowering during transport and positioning during operation of various implement. So again, tractor is defined as a self-propelled machine that has a drop power. So meron siyang uh, drop power. So meron siyang drop power for producing uh, so power on the wheels. Meron siyang rotary power sa kanyang rotating axles and shaft. And then, meron siyang lifting power sa kanyang hydraulic system. So, yun yung tractor natin. Okay? So, tractors are classified as two-wheel tractor and four-wheel tractor. So, may two-wheel tractor tayo and may four-wheel tractor tayo. So, so again, tractor is classified as two-wheel or four-wheel. So, ito yung ating two-wheel tractor. Okay. And ito naman yung ating four-wheel. So, this is the two-wheel. This is the four-wheel tractor. So, the first four-wheel tractors were brought to the Philippines during the American occupation for large-scale sugar cane production. And yung first two-wheel tractor naman were introduced in the Philippines by Japan in the 1960s for wetland rice cultivation. Okay, so nung una four-wheel for rice, for sugarcane production, and yung two-wheel naman wetland rice cultivation. So ano ba ang mga basic parts ng ating tractor? So we have the engine that supplies the power, transmission which transmit the power to the drawbar, power take-up shaft, belt pulley, and power lift. So it is also a means of regulating speed. Then we have the differential. It delivers power to the transmission, to the traction wheel, and last, the clutch. Uh, it connects the crankshaft to the transmission. Mm. Okay, so again, the clutch connects and disconnects uh, the uh, crankshaft, or rather the flywheel, to the transmission. Okay, next. So next is types of tractor according to type of construction. First is the type and type of drive. Okay. So first we have the first type and the second type according to type of construction. So first type is tractor in which the driver can easily sit and drive the machine. So, alin yon? Itong nasa baba. Okay? So, nakakapo yung driver. And then yung second type naman is a tractor in which the operator walks alongside or walks behind the tractor or the walking type tractor. So, itong nasa taas naman. So, two-wheel tractor muna tayo. So, aka walking type tractor and hand tractor. So, it is a single axle machine powered by an engine ranging from 3 horsepower to 15 horsepower. So, saan to ginagamit? Mostly for land prep, planting, cultivating, harvesting, and transport. So, various implements are attached to this tractor and the operator walks behind to provide control. So, pwede pa natin i-classify ito according to function. So, meron tayong traction type, which provides pulling power to its drawbar. Rotary type, so fitted with rotary blades to cut and pulverize soil. And general purpose type, fitted with drawbar for traction work and power takeoff for rotary work. So, again, so si traction type, meron siyang pneumatic wheels and meron siyang drawbar for pulling. Si rotary type, sa halip na pneumatic wheels, so rotary blades na to cut and pulverize soil. And si general purpose type, so meron siyang pneumatic wheels for pulling and meron siyang drawbar din for pulling. And then also, it has power take-off shaft na pwede nating kabitan ng mga rotary implements. So, four-wheel tractor naman. So, ito ay isang klaseng slow-moving vehicles up to 30 kilometers per hour with high torque on the driving wheels. So, it comes with multiple speed transmission, including reverse to accommodate various field speed. So, the operator is provided with a seat from where the tractor is controlled. So, meron niyang mga various controls such as throttle lever, clutch pedal, brake pedals, gear shift lever, steering wheel, hydraulic main control lever, PTO control lever, differential lock pedals, and others. So, four-wheel tractor are commonly used in land prep, planting, weeding, cultivating, crop care, harvesting, and transport. So, tingnan nga natin itong mga to. So, yung nakita niyo sa video, so hindi naman talaga yung ginagawa ng mga tractor, no? So, sa ibang bansa, so natuwa lang ako dito sa video, ginagamit nilang pangkarera yung mga two-wheel tractor. So, ito, parang sa Thailand to, no?
It is rice tractor drag racing in the middle of the rice field. These guys have taken their farm equipment, modified them, and now they are drag racing.
So, ayan, no? So, hindi talaga yun yung purpose ng mga tractor natin. Pero, sa ibang bansa, merong ganyan mga ginagawa sila for drag racing.
It is rice.
So, tingnan natin. So ito same din naman. So, drag racing din to. Think this is Thailand and based sa music. And this one naman sa Amerika.
Don't worry, I got something for you.
Mga
Welcome to the
tractor
ultimate
tug
tractor
of
tug of
war.
war. The first match, we got an old Soviet era tractor, the K700, going against a John Deere 8420. Trench digging battle, and the Deere just won since it dig in well deeper. Now, what about the same Kiravet, but with a Fendt 936 this time? But the Kiravet just gave up, so that is a free win for the Fendt, I guess. Now let's see if the Kiravet can redeem itself with the newer model, the K744. And yes, the Kiravet just beat that Fendt. And next we got a double-engine Mercedes-Benz MB.
Yeah, no. So, hindi na natin tatapusin yung video. Pero, dito sa Amerika naman to, no? Since mga malalaking tractor yung kanila, so, pinagtatag of war naman.
So you're one.
So, types tayo ng tractor. First is according to type of drive. So, meron tayong track type tractors. So, in this type of tractors, instead na wheels, one track is fitted in either side, no? Instead of wheels, one track is fitted on either side. So, this track gets drive from the sprocket run by rear axle. So, to steer the tractor, there is no steering gear fitted. So, para ma-steer yan, they use brakes on one side of the tractor while the other is in motion. So, sa track type, meron tayong full track type tsaka half track type. Pag sinabi nating full track type, so parehong tag dito, axle ng tractor is fitted with track chain. Okay? And pagka naman, sorry, half track type pala yon. Pagka half track type, yung karaniwan, yung rear end is track chain, and then yung harapan naman is pneumatic wheels. Pagka full track type, both rear and front axle are fitted with track chain. So dito, mas makikita natin ang half track type. So, track yung sa halip ng pneumatic wheels, track ang ginamit, yung parang pantangke na pangyera ang gulong na ginagamit sa kanya. So, half track type. Pagka full track type naman, so buo, no? Parehong axle ay may track, or another example is ganito, full track type pa rin yan, although magkahiwalay na yung track nung front and rear axle. Okay? So, meron din tayong mga wheel type tractors. So, fitted to with pneumatic wheels naman. And meron tayong tinatawag na two-wheel drive tsaka four-wheel drive. So, pag sinabi natin two-wheel drive, so karaniwan yung likurang gulong lang ang nakaka-receive ng power from the engine. Kapag ka naman four-wheel drive, parehong axle, front and rear axle, or lahat ng gulong ay nakaka-receive naman ng power from the engine. So, ito yung two-wheel drive. Ito ng four-wheel drive. So, madalas yung mapapansin na two-wheel drive siya if yung klase ng gulong sa likuran ay ganito at sa harapan naman ay relatively smooth. Okay? Kasi hindi kailangan ng traction nung front wheel. Kailangan lang niya siya for steering. Unlike nito, pareho yung gulong sa harapan at likuran. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, parehong axle ay nakaka-receive ng power. So, balikan natin to. So, paano naman to? Hindi magkasing size yung harapan at likurang gulong. Pero, since pareho yung itsura ng gulong niya, ibig sabihin, four-wheel drive yan. Nakaka-receive parehong harap at likod ng power from the engine. Okay? So, types ng tractor according to the purpose for which the usage is done. So, una, utility tractor. So, general purpose machine to for plowing and driving other equipment through its drive. So, it's considered good such farms where farmers cannot afford more machine to perform a specific job. Next, row crop tractor. So, itong mga tractor na to, karaniwan, maninipis yung gulong nito para pasok sila sa mga rows. So, ibig sabihin ng rows, ayan, may mga row, specific row, yung mga plants natin, no, nakalinya and may pagitan. Okay, sa pagitan ng mga plants na to, dun pinadadaan yung gulong ng tractor. Okay? Para makapag-perform ng mga weeding operation, spraying, ano pa ba, pwedeng irrigation. Orchard type. So, ito, medyo mataas-taas tong tractor na to para yung driver can easily pluck the fruits and the trees can be easily trimmed. So, medyo mataas yan. So, parang kasing taas nung mga puno, halos. Industrial type. So, si Optimum Pride do. Okay? So, kamukha ni Optimus Prime, no? So, industrial type or mga tuggers ang tinatawag. Tractor pa rin naman sila kasi nagpupull sila ng mga heavy loads. Okay? So, imagine, ito yung tractor dyan, no? And itong nakikita nyo mahabang to, yan, karugtong tong part na to, ito yung, tinatawag na blade. Isang blade lang yan ng windmill. So, imagine kung gaanong kalaki ang blade ng windmill. So, next is garden type. So, maliliit lang to, 1 to 10 horsepower. And mostly, ginagamit to for making flower beds, cutting grass, sa mga pang-garden activities. So, yung ibang mga golf course, so, meron silang mga ganito, pang-cut na mga grass. Next, rotary tiller. So, under to ng mga walking type tractors and fitted to with rotary blades, pangbungkal ng lupa. So, nandito yung kanyang rotary blades. So, next is implement carrier. So, ito, pwede nating lagyan ng mga additional implement. Katulad nito, meron tayo ditong loader sa harapan and meron naman tayong backhoe sa likuran, no? Na pwedeng i-operate. So, next is earth-moving tractors. So, farm machines are heavy in weight and quite strong. So, pero itong earth-moving tractor na nasa picture, more on for mining industry to. So, sobrang laki to. Almost mahigit 100 tons yung weight pa lang ng tractor. So, next is high crop tractor. So, ito, kung mapapansin nyo, malaki ang gulong niya at masyado mataas yung ilalim. So, ginagamit to for mga vegetable farms, flowers, nursery. So, para makadaan sa yung tractor at nando sa ilalim ng mga vegetables and mga flowers. Next is standard time known as regular or wheatland. So, meron siyang ganitong klasing axle. So, karaniwan, ito yung mga lumang tractor. So, next. So, mga accessories naman tayo ng tractor. So, una is ballast. So, a substance that is added to the tractor for the purpose of Para saan? Improving traction and stability. Okay? So, para mas makapit yung, dito, tractor sa lupa and para mas stable siya, hindi siya mag-roll over. So, dalawang method yan. Ito yung mga removable cast iron weights. So, na nilalagay sa mga gulong, sa mga rim ng gulong, or pwede ring partially peeling yung loob ng gulong up to 75% water. Okay, so anong ginagawa niya? Dahil mabigat siya, bumababa yung center of gravity ng tractor, mas naging stable siya at dahil mabigat nga siya, mas kumakapit siya sa lupa. Next is cage wheel. So, anong mapapansin natin dito? Itong nasa likod na gulong. Sa halip na pneumatic siya, steel cage yung ginamit, no? So, good traction to in wet soils and mixes soil optimally. So, mas ginagamit to sa where deep water paddling is done. Okay? Kung medyo malalalim yung ipapaddle natin, mas maganda to kasi mas makapit to sa mga ganitong klaseng lupa. Next is chain wheel. So, used to increase the traction din to. So, yan. So, ilalagay natin dun sa gulong. So, hindi lang naman ginagamit yung chain wheel sa tractor. So, sa ibang bansa na maraming snow, gumagamit din ng chain wheel para to add traction at hindi ganung madulas yung kanilang mga sasakyan. Next is counterweight. So, weights that are used to secure the weight distribution ability. So, alin yung tractor weight? Sorry, counterweight. So, ito yung part na yon. Okay? So, ito yung dito, counterweight. So, para saan yung counterweight na yan? Pag naglagay ka ng implement sa likod, so mabigat yon. So, pwede siya mag-roll over. So, lalagyan natin ng counterweight para mabalanse. Okay? Next, tractor tires. So, large tire are used to increase traction. So, alin yung large tire? So, ganito. Yung parang may pa-letter V. And yung V pattern na yan should point downward pag nakatingin ka sa harap ng tractor. Pag nasa harap ka ng tractor, pag tiningnan natin, letter V siya. Okay? Para kakagat yan sa lupa. And then yung rib type naman or rib tires are suitable for steering. So alin yun? Etong part na to. Etong klaseng gulong na to, no? So hindi niya kailangan masyado ng traction kasi nga for steering lang siya. So large tread should be oriented to penetrate the soil. So next is dual tire. So dalawahan yung gulong sa harapan, sa isang side ng axle. So anong ginagawa nito? So dahil mas maraming gulong, mas maraming contact area dun sa soil and may permit the use of additional ballast pa. So since dumami yung gulong, mas marami yung contact area, so mas na-distribute yung weight ng tractor which improves flotation sa tractor para hindi siya masyadong lumubog sa mga malalambot na lupa. Kaya lang, nag-i-increase to ng stress on tractor axle, bearing, and the entire drivetrain. So next, so transmission system naman tayo. So basic components of two-wheel tractor, we have the prime mover. So ito yung engine, power transmission system. So ito yung nagdi-deliver ng power from the engine to its wheel. Mounting frame kung saan nakalagay yung iba't ibang parts ng tractor. Differential control lever, different control levers, and wheel. So, common methods of power transmission for two-wheel tractor. So, una is belt and pulley. So, transmission efficiency ng belt ay less than 100% because some slippage between belt and pulley happen. So, transmission efficiency is a function of belt tightness, diameter, class of pulley, type of belt, and magnitude of power being transmitted. So, ito makikita natin sa taas. Ito ay B-belt and B-pulley or B-belt and sheave. Tapos ito naman, flat belt pulley and flat belt. Okay? So, the direction of rotation of two pulleys are the same. Okay? So, kung yung driver pulley is counterclockwise and then yung driven pulley, counterclockwise din. So, clutch action may be obtained by shifting the belt from a loose to a tight connection using third pulley or other techniques. So, etong idler pulley na to, yung tinatawag, so pagka niluagan natin siya, itinaas natin, so luluwag tong belt, so magkatataas ng slippage, hindi magkakaroon ng transmission ng power. Pero pagka naman binaba natin to, magta-tighten yung belt, so magkakaroon ngayon ng transmission in power. So speed ratio between the gears and the load depend on the diameter of two pulleys as shown in the equation. So ito yung ating formula. N1 D1 is equal to N2 D2, where N1 is the RPM of the smaller pulley, N2 is the RPM of the larger pulley, D1 is the diameter of the smaller pulley, and D2 is the diameter of the larger pulley. Next, for the belt length naman, so this is from PAES. So, L is equal to 2C plus pi over 2 times DL plus DS plus the quantity DL minus DS quantity squared all over 4C. So, where L is the length of the belt in mm, C is center to the center distance ng mga pulley, D sub L is yung diameter ng larger pulley, and D sub S is diameter of the smaller pulley. So, next naman, halos similar lang equation pag tinignan natin. Pero ito, naging plus na yung part na to. O, tingnan natin ulit, magiging to minus and then plus. So, paano yung pinagkaiba? So, dito, nagkaroon na tayo ng cross belt. So, pinaikot natin. At kapag ka cross belt, tandaan natin, ang direction ng pulley ay counterclockwise. So, tingnan nyo to. Or counter pala nung isa. So, halimbawa, ito, clockwise siya. Yung isang pulley naman, counterclockwise. Balikan natin yung kanina. So, ito, clockwise, kung clockwise to, clockwise din to maliit. Okay? So, cross belt yung tawag dito. So, since kinross natin siya, naging plus to kasi mas humaba yung pulley na kailangan. So, try natin dito sa problem na to. A diesel engine that operates at 25 RPM will be used to drive an irrigation pump which should turn at 1000 RPM. The pulley diameter for the pump is 4 inches. What is the recommended pulley for the engine? Okay? So, try natin itong sagutan. So, una, alamin natin sino ba dito yung tinutukoy na kailangan lang natin alamin sino yung magka-partner na size ng pulley tsaka yung speed niya. Sabi, a diesel engine that operates at 25 RPM. Let's say, drawing natin. Okay, so ito yung engine. Yan, engine. So ito daw, operates at 25 RPM. So ang ikot nito is 25 RPM. 25 RPM siya. And then, ida-drive niya daw tong pump na ang ikot naman ay 1000 RPM. So, the pulley diameter of the pump, so ito daw, tong pump na to, ang pulley nito is 4 inches. So, what is the recommended pulley for the engine? So, ito yung tanong, yung pulley dito. So, sabi doon sa equation natin, so sabi, N1 D1 is equal to N2 D2. Okay? So, N1 is speed, so 25 RPM. Diameter 1 is missing, and N2 naman is yung speed ng mas maliit nating pulley over times diameter, 4 inches. So, pag kinumpute natin yung D1, so ang sagot dito is 1.6 inches. So, mas maliit yung pulley ni pump. ni engine kaysa kay pump. Okay? So, maliit na pulley, papuntang palaking pulley. So, magdi-decrease yung speed. Okay? Okay. So, next, uh, length of flat belt naman is ang pinapahanap with the following data. So, the diameter of the first pulley is 300 mm. Diameter of the second pulley is 400 mm. And the center-to-center distance of the pulley shaft is 10 meters. So, gawin natin itong, so, times 1,000, so magiging 10,000 mm. Okay? Or, pwede rin naman natin itong gawing 0.3 meters. Ito naman, 0.4 meters. So, pwede yan. So, maalin dyan yung gamitin natin. Okay? So, sabi, L is equal to 2C plus pi over 2, di na malaki minus di na maliit, plus di na malaki minus di na maliit squared over 4C. Okay? So, L is equal to 2 times, so gawin natin na lang meters. 10 meters plus pi over 2. Ang di na malaki natin is 0.4. Plus pala to plus. So, plus 0.3 meters. Wala. Naka-meters pala to. 0.4 meter plus 0.3 meter plus 0.4 meter is 0.3 meter squared over 4 times 10 meters. Okay? So, pag kinumpute natin ang L dyan, magiging sagot natin is 21.09908.743 meters. So, yan yung length ng flat belt na kailangan natin. Okay? Next. So, another transmission system is chain and sprocket. So, less than 100% din ang efficiency nito because of chain slack. So, ang direction nito is the same. Okay? So, kung clockwise yung isang sprocket, clockwise din yung isang sprocket. So, common example of using chain and sprockets are the transmission of bicycles and motors. So, panoorin lang natin tong short video na to. Ayan. So, meron tayong mga duplex, single strand, triplex, shaft, steel split, industrial, bush, multi-strand, drive, QD, double single, and drum. So, yung speed ratio between the engine and load depends upon the number of teeth ratio of the two sprockets. So, ito yung equation nila. N1T1 is equal to N2T2. So, similar lang to sa equation kanina na N1D1 is equal to N2D2. Kaya lang, sa lip na diameter, so number of teeth nung sprocket naman yung kailangan natin. And then, ito naman yung length of chain. L is equal to 2C plus T sub L plus T sub S over 2 plus T sub L minus T sub S over 4 pi squared C. Wherein T sub L and T is the number of teeth of large bracket and T sub S number of teeth of small bracket. C naman is center distance between shaft in pitches. Yung length niya. Okay? And then, length of chain is in pitches then. So, speed ratio of chain is driver over driven sprocket. So, para sa makuha natin ng speed ratio. So, a chain and sprocket drive is designed to drive a horizontal mixer at a speed of 100 RPM. The power source from a smaller sprocket has a speed of 400 RPM. So what is the size of the smallest sprocket needed if the large sprocket has a teeth of 45 T? So also compute for the speed ratio of the drive and the length of the chain if the center distance between shaft is 48 inches. Assume a chain pitch of 0.5 inch per pitch. Okay, sagutan natin yan. So, unahin muna natin yung number of teeth. So, tingnan natin sino magka-partner dito. So, chain and sprocket daw ginamit to drive a horizontal mixer. So, si mixer, 100 ang RPM niya. Yung power source, 400 RPM. And what is the size of if the large bracket has a teeth of 45 T. So, si 400 RPM, smaller sprocket siya. Ibig sabihin ng magka-partner is itong 45 tsaka itong 100. Okay? So, kumpitin mo na natin yan. So, sabi, N1, T1 is equal to N2, T2. So, ang speed N1 is 100 RPM. So, ang number of teeth naman niya is 45 T. Sa N2 naman, ang speed niya is 400 RPM, pero hindi natin alam kung ilan yung number of teeth niya. So, pag kinuha natin ang number of teeth nito, ang lalabas ay 11.25 T. No? 11.25 T or 11.25 teeth. So, the problem is wala tayong 0.25 teeth. So, hindi pwedeng bungi. Okay? So, either magiging sagot natin is 11T or 12T. No? So, kaya lang, isa lang pipiliin natin. So, i-check natin if 11T ang gamitin natin at 12T. So, dapat, let's say N1, yun yung gawin nating missing, times 45T, then 400 times 11T, tapos another is N1, 45T, is equal to 400 times 12T. So, tingnan natin ano yung magiging value ni N1 if ginamit natin itong dalawang to. So, 400 times 11 divided by 45, ang lalabas ay 97.77 RPM. Okay? Pagka naman 12, so ang lalabas ay 400 times 12 divided by 45, ang lalabas ay 106.67 RPM. So, ang gagamitin natin dyan is 12T. So, bakit si 12T? Kasi lampas siya ng 100 RPM. Okay? So, need kasi natin ma-provide yung 100 RPM. Ngayon, kung mag-i-11T tayo, hindi natin mapoprovide yung 100 RPM. 97 lang. So, much better if 12T yung gamitin natin para ma-provide pa rin natin. Labis pa rin siya dito sa 100 RPM. Ito, no? So, 106 na lang. 106 yung magiging RPM niya. So, okay lang yan kasi possible pa magkaroon ng mga slippage yan. Okay, next naman, sabi, compute for the speed ratio of the drive. So, pag sinabi natin speed ratio, so, speed ratio is driver over driven. So, tingnan natin, sino ba dito yung dinadrive? So, used to drive a horizontal mixer. So, ibig sabihin, sa horizontal mixer yung dinadrive, 100 yung RPM niya. Okay? And then, siya yung driven gear. Okay? Siya yung dinadrive eh. So, ito yung driven gear. At ang driver naman natin ay etong 400 RPM. So, driver is 400 driven naman is yung yan. So, ito R para driver, ito driven naman. Para matandaan natin. R tsaka N. Dulo ng driver na word. So, driver, ito yon. Driven naman to. Para hindi tayo malito. Palatandaan yan. So, 400 over 100 RPM. So, magiging sagot natin dito is 4 is to 1. So, bakit may is to 1? Kasi speed ratio. Okay? Next naman is length of chain. Center distance is 48 inches, 0.5 inch per pitch. So, sabi sa equation kanina, L is equal to 2C plus TL plus TS all over 2 plus TL minus TS over 4 pi squared C. And C is in pitches. Okay? So, L is equal to 2 times 48 inch times 0.5. So, per pitch, so 1 pitch, and time 0.5 inch. Okay? Plus, so 45T plus 12T. So, ito yung mga nakuha nating value yung 12T over 2 plus 45T times 12T over 4 pi squared times 48 ulit inch times 1 pitch 0.5 inch. Yan. So, solving for L, ang makukuha natin is 220.508.7073 pitches. Okay? And pwede natin to i-convert into inches. So, 220 times 5580, 7073 pitches times 0.5 inch per pitch. So, makuha nating answer dito is 110.2543.536 inch. Okay? Next. So, another common method of power transmission for two-wheel tractor is using gear system. So, two gears are used without the need for the third element by placing them side by side and transmitting power through the teeth. So, unlike nung chain and sprocket, kailangan natin ng dalawang sprocket at isang chain. So, tatlo lahat yung element. Yung pulley, na kailangan natin ng dalawang pulley at isang belt. So, sa gear, dalawang gear lang yung kailangan natin. Wala na tayong third element. So, transmission efficiency is less than 100% because of gear slack. And yung center distance between shaft of the engine and load is dictated by the size of the gear. So, okay lang dito na maliliit yung center to center distance. So, ano ba yung characteristic ng gear? So, durable and rugged for all mechanical drives. So, they are usually used for transmission in compact drive system. So, up to 98% ang efficiency niya. Expensive and requires high replacement cost. Requires better lubrication and cleanliness, and easily affected by shaft misalignment. So, we can classify gear with parallel shaft, no? So, first is the spur gear, helical gear, harmonic gear, and planocentric. So, ito yung mga yon. So, we have the spur gear. Asan yan? Okay, we have the spur gear, helical gear. So, ito, hindi na to parallel yung shaft, no? Rack and pin, bevel gear, hindi rin parallel ang shaft dito. Meter gear, hindi rin parallel. Worm, hindi rin parallel. Internal, hindi rin. Screw, hindi rin. And then we have here the planetary gear. We have the sun gear and then yung mga planet gears niya. So, yung mga gears with intersecting or skewed shaft naman, we have the worm, beveled, beveloid, hypoid, face, helicon, straight bevel, zero cross helical, spyroid, cavex, worm cone drive. So, ito yung straight bevel gear. So, 90 degrees yung angle nila nung mga axis nung kanilang shafting. Ito naman, so worm gear naman to. Okay? So, hindi intersecting yung shaft niya pero hindi pwede na natin sabihin intersecting yung shaft niya. Okay? At some point. So, spur gear. So, tingnan natin yung ilang mga gears lang. Spur gear, most common type ng gear to. So, teeth are straight and parallel to shaft axis. So, simple lang to, low cost, and easy to maintain. So, drawbacks lang nito, less capacity and noisier than other types of gear. So, helical gear, para pa rin siyang spur gear, pero yung mga ngipin niya ay tabingi na. Okay? It can carry more load than the equivalent size of spur gear. Mas smooth yung operation and mas quiet. Kaya lang medyo costly lang siya as compared to spur gear. And kapag may double helical gear tayo, we call it a herringbone. So, ito yung herringbone natin. So, worm gear naman, it provides the maximum reduction ratio for a given center distance. So, quiet and smooth yung action niya. And it's only used for speed reduction. And it cannot drive back at ratios greater than 20:1. So, contact area is large, hence load capacity is high. Shaft are always at right angles. So, straight bevel gear naman, simplest type ng gears with intersecting shaft. So, it is commonly used for shaft intersecting at right angle but can also be used for shaft mating at any angle. So, pag sinabi natin straight bevel gear, 90 degrees. Pero pagka bevel gear lang, pwedeng hindi 90 degrees yung shafting. So, gears are designed in pairs that are not always interchangeable. Supporting shaft and bearings must be rigid maintain to maintain proper tooth contact. Okay, next. So we have here a rack and pinion gear. So from rotational to linear naman yung motion nito. And then, ito naman yun kapag gumamit tayo ng idler gear. So tingnan natin. So pag kasi gear, opposite yung direction. So balikan natin yung mga nakarang gear. So tingnan natin to. So si red ay let's say this is clockwise. Si blue naman counterclockwise. So tingnan natin dito. Etong mas malaki, clockwise. Yung mas maliit, counterclockwise. So, ganyan kapag ang direction, kapag ka-gears. Pero pag nilagyan natin ng third gear or the idler gear, si A tsaka si C, same na yung direction niya. While si B naman is opposite ni A at opposite din naman siya ni C. So, tingnan natin ito mga to. Mag-play. So, we have here a worm gear in action. So, meron tayong iba't ibang klaseng gear. The spur gear, rack and pinion, worm gear. Yan. Bevel gear, internal gear, planetary gear, herringbone gear, screw gear, helical gear, and another helical gear. Yan naman, internal, planetary, worm, bevel, helical spur, rack pinion, and hyper gear. So, next naman, ito naman mga to ay mga couplings. So, kung mababasa nyo yung ENGMAT, which is, I think, i-quiz din naman natin yan. Hindi po pala. So, hindi pala natin mag-quiz yung paes ng ENGMAT. So, kung mababasa yung ENGMAT sa mga journals coupling. So, we have the Oldham, flexible, fluid, flange coupling, universal coupling, and gear. And then we have the types of bearings here. So, mga ball bearing, spherical roller bearing, needle bearing, spherical roller bearing, again, roller bearing, and roller thrust bearing. So, try natin mag-compute. So, a gear rotating at 800 RPM, it is being driven by another gear at 400. What is the speed ratio of the drive? And what is the gear ratio? So, hindi natin alam ang speed ratio. Kasi ang speed ratio is for okay. So, speed ratio, same pala siya. Gear ratio ang hindi natin alam, no? Ang walang formula. So, speed ratio is equal to driver over driven. Okay? So, from here, gear rotating at 100. So, it is being driven by another gear at 400. Ibig sabihin, ito yung driver, ito yung driven. So, kung kumpitin natin speed ratio, ang driver natin is 400 at ang driven natin is 800 RPM. Pag kinumpit natin yan, 0.5:1. So, yan yung speed ratio. Pag sinabi naman natin gear ratio, so number of teeth of the driven gear and number of teeth of the driver gear. Okay? So, kaya lang, ang problema, hindi sinabi sa problem kung gaano kadaming teeth. Okay? So, but we can assume naman, since naka-ratio to, no? So, gamitin muna natin N1T1. So, gamitin natin N1T1 is equal to N2T2. So, kung si N1 ay sabihin natin itong 400, sabihin natin 10 lang yung teeth nito, si N2 ay 800. So, ilan kaya ang teeth nito? Okay? So, pag kinumpute natin, so 5T lang. Okay? So, sino ba dito si driver? So, dito sabi kanina, ang driver is si 400. Ito si driver. Ito naman si driven. Okay? So, from the gear ratio, so we have number of teeth of the driven, which is 5, over number of teeth of the driver, which is 10. So, ang lalabas sa atin ay 0.5:1 pa rin. Okay? So, mahalaga na tandaan nyo itong table na to. So, ito yung mga efficiency ng mga transmission system natin. Pagka shaft, 100% yung efficiency. Okay? So, kung meron kang 100 na power, 100 pa rin yung power na may itatransmit niya. Si gear naman, 98% efficiency. Si B-belt naman, ang transmission efficiency niya is 95% lang. Kasi nga, may mga slippage. Si flat belt naman is 90%. And meron pa rin tayo na si chain and sprocket. Chain and sprocket. So, around 85% pataas. 85 to 89. Yung nakita ko dating ganyan. So, efficiency niya. So, ito yung transmission system ng two-wheel tractor. Okay? So, sabi dito, several reduction speed. Yung first speed ay belt and pulley and the third is clutching. So, second and third reductions naman ay chain and sprocket and nasa loob siya ng transmission box for lubrication. And then, from the transmission box, punta siya ng output shaft or axle and papuntang wheel. The RPM and diameter of the wheels determine the linear speed of the tractor. So, ito yung engine, no? So, dito, hindi talaga ganyan na ganyan yung itsura niya. Inilabas lang for the purpose na makita yung transmission system. So, from the engine, naka-belt and pulley siya dito. Okay? Sa first reduction. And then, sa second reduction, makikita nyo naman, maliit pa palaki, reduction yan. And then, ito, same speed to, tsaka to. Bakit? Since same yung shaft. Pagka naka-shafting ang connection, Yan, same speed. Okay? So, mula naman dito, papunta dito, chain and sprocket yan. And then ito, chain and sprocket yan until papuntang drive wheels na pwede pa magkaroon ng reduction. Okay, so the transmission system is the second major component of the tractor. Sa four-wheel to. The engine being the first major component. So again, the transmission system provides drop power through the wheels, rotary power through rotary axles and shaft, and lifting power sa kanya mga hydraulic system. So, drop power sa mga wheels, PTO shaft, so rotary power, and hydraulic power sa mga hydraulic system. So, ito naman yung transmission system ng tractor. So, paliwanag ko na lang para mas mabilis tayo. Okay, from the engine, connected yung flywheel sa clutch. So, nagkaroon ng engage and disengage. And then, papunta yan ng iba't ibang parts. So, meron pupunta ng hydraulic pump, papuntang power take-off, and meron naman papuntang transmission box. Okay? And then, from the transmission box, punta siyang differential, and then papuntang final drive, papunta sa either wheel. Okay? So, most of the time, gear connection yan. Okay? So, kung natatandaan yung powertrain dun sa discussion natin sa engine, ito din yan. So, clutch, which connects and disconnects the engine flywheel. And then, naka-belt and pulley siya. May pump to the hydraulic system. And then, power PTO. And then, also the transmission gearbox. And then, from that, papuntang differential. And then, differential, papuntang left and right axle ng rear wheel niya. Okay? So again, pagka-clutch, ang tandaan yung keyword, connect and disconnect the load from the engine. So meron tayong friction clutch, which is the most common type of clutch in tractor, has a coupler that utilizes friction between two surfaces pressed together to transmit power. So ito yung mga transmission system natin. So makikita nyo dito kung aling gear yung mga naka-mesh para malaman natin kung first, second, third, or reverse. And then, ito naman yung differential natin. Okay? So, ito yung differential gear natin and then papunta siya left and right na axle. So, power take-off shaft. So, alin yon? So, itong dilaw na to. So, meron siyang cover para ma-protect dun sa rotary action niya. Okay? So, located at the rear of the tractor, ang direction at speed of rotation nito and approximate location nito and dimension are standardized para kahit anong implement, madaling ikabit. So, PTO shaft must rotate clockwise as viewed from the tractor's rear. So, dapat clockwise yung rotation ng PTO pag nakatingin ka sa likod ng tractor. So, ito yung PTO natin, itong block na to, connected dun sa isang rotary implement. So, it has a standard speed of either 540 or 1,000 RPM. And, pwedeng maganto yung tsura niya. 6 splines, 21 splines, or 20 splines. So, indicate dyan kung 540 or 1,000 RPM siya. So, tractor linkages and hitches. So, structures made for attaching or supporting implements. So, hydraulic controlled in four-wheel tractor. Dimensions and locations are standardized and drawbar and three-point hitch yung mga karaniwang itsura nito. So, meron tayong drawbar and hitch for two-wheel tractor. Ganito itsura niya. It can be either one-hole hitch or three-hole hitch. Or, pagka four-wheel tractor, it can be a Clevis type drawbar, a fixed type drawbar, a swinging drawbar, or a linked drawbar. And then, ito naman yung mga 3-point linkages. So, ito, dalawang lower, and nandito naman yung upper. Okay, dalawang lower, and upper. Kaya 3-point linkages. So, para saan yan? Diyan natin kinakabit yung mga implement para madali siyang i-lift through hydraulic system ng tractor. Lalo na kapag ka tumatakbo, no? And kapag ka, during field operation, so mas madali siyang i-lower and i-lift yung implement. So, we have this tractor wheel and PTO formula. So, wheel axle power is equal to mechanical efficiency around 0.75 to 0.79 times engine power. And PTO power is same mechanical efficiency times PE. Oh. So, kasi si wheel power tsaka si PTO, nagsishare lang sila ng power sa engine. Kaya ngayon, kung gagamit kayo ng rotary implement, so pagka sumobra yung power na nakuha ni rotary implement, pwedeng mamatay yung tractor. So what is the wheel axle power of a four-wheel tractor whose engine power is equal to 150 HP? So mechanical efficiency is 79%. So dito, hinahanap yung wheel axle power. So paano natin kukumputin yun? So sabi, wheel axle power is equal to mechanical efficiency times engine power. So PW is equal to 0.79 times 150 HP. So the answer is 118.5 HP. So next, so wheel axle torque is equal to 60 wheel power over 2 pi n. Ang n is speed ng wheel axle in RPM. Or torque can be equal to force times radius of the wheel. So compute the wheel axle power of the tractor. The computed wheel axle power of the tractor is 127.5 HP. What is the wheel axle torque of the tractor if it wheels rotate at 40 RPM? So ito, pa-plug in na lang natin ito dun sa equation. So kaya lang, ang kailangan natin wheel axle power is in kilowatts. Ang given sa atin is in HP. Okay? So yung 60 conversion factor na yan. And also, if the tractor has a wheel diameter of 2 meters, what is the force available at the wheel of the tractor? So first, let's compute for the torque, which is equal to 60 times wheel power over 2 pi n. So we have 60 times 127.5 HP. So convert natin to 0.7457 kilowatt per HP over 2 pi times 40 RPM. So pag sinagutan natin yan, torque is equal to 22.697.90211 Newton meter. Okay? So yung sunod naman, nakakompute yung force, which is equal to torque is equal to force times wheel radius. So meron na tayong torque na 22,697.90211 Newton meter. Hinahanap yung force. And then, ang wheel radius natin, sabi dito, 2 meters yung diameter. So, ang wheel radius natin is 1 meter. So, therefore, force is equal to 22,697.90211 Newton. Okay? Next, so tractor speed. So, V sub T, tractor speed in kph is equal to 0.033 conversion factor yan times diameter of the wheel times engine speed over reduction ratio. So, ito yung mga reduction ratio natin. Pagka first, second, third, or fourth gear. So, sabi, compute the traveling speed of the tractor at second gear. So, second gear, 2.49. 2.49 ang reduction ratio. engine speed at 24 RPM, and diameter of the wheel is 2 meters. So sabi, kailangan ng diameter, engine speed, tsaka reduction ratio. So let's compute. Vt, V sub t is equal to 0.033 times, so ang sabi, diameter of the wheel is 2 meters times engine speed is 24 RPM over reduction ratio na I, which is 2.49. So B sub T is equal to 63.6145 kilometer per hour. So next is inflation pressure. So kung makikita natin, meron tayong tinatag na 2-ply and 4-ply na front tire and then rear tire. So in terms of inflation pressure, so mas mataas ang inflation pressure ni front tire as compared to rear tire. So si front tire pwedeng 150 or up to 200 pa siya. While si rear tire, mataas na siya ng 130 kPa. So next is wheel slip. Tractor wheel slip and tractive efficiency. Formula. So percent wheel slip is equal to 100 times R na malaki minus R na maliit over R na malaki. So R na malaki is total drive revolution count to traverse the drawbar runway under load or number of revolution with slip. And R na maliit naman, total drive revolution count to traverse the drawbar test runway under no load or number of revolutions without slip. Or pwedeng wheel axle power over drawbar wheel. So, E sub T. So, ito yung mga slip range natin pagka concrete, 4 to 8% lang. Pagka firm soil naman, 8 to 10%. And tilled soil, 11 to 13%. And kapag ka malambot na yung lupa or sandy, 14 to 16% yung slip range. So, let's try this one. So, the wheel step of a tractor, wheel slip test of a tractor had shown that wheel rotates by 3.5 revolution at a distance of 20 meters. So, ibig sabihin, so sa 3.5 revolution ng wheel, imagine this is the gulong of the tractor. So, sa 20 meters, naka 3.5 revolution siya. Okay? 20 meters, tatlot kalate. 3.5 rev yung wheel. So, if the tractor wheel has a diameter, so ang diameter pala ng tractor wheel is 2 meters. What is the percentage slip of the tractor? So, anong gagawin natin dito? So, tingnan natin, hanapin natin yung circumference ng tractor, and then doon sa circumference ng tractor, ilang ikot kaya talaga magagawa niya without slip doon sa 20 meters. Okay? So, nakukuha. So, using the circumference of the wheel, so tingnan natin sa loob ng 20 meters, nakakailang slip lang talaga siya. Or nakakailang ikot pala siya. Okay? So, first, the circumference is equal to pi d. So, pi times 2 meters. So, ang circumference niya is equal to 6.2832 meters. So, then yung R na maliit, so without slip, ibig sabihin sa 20 meters, pag dinivide natin yung 6.2832 meters, magkakaroon lang siya ng 3.183098862 rev. So, ibig sabihin, sa loob lang pala ng 3.18 revolutions, mako-cover na yung 20 meters. But due to wheel slip, naka 3.5 revolution siya. Okay? So, to compute the percent slip, 100 multiplied by yung with slip niya, 3.5 minus without slip, 3.18 over with slip ulit. Yan. So, makukuha natin dito na percent slip niya is equal to 9.054 318,233%. Next, so power take-off shaft. So PTO or power take-off shaft is used to drive field machines such as rotary plow, hay baler, corn picker, self-unloading forage wagon, or irrigation pump. So ito yung PTO shaft. So napakita ko yan sa inyo kanina. 540 and 1,000 yung RPM niya. It can be 35 or 45 in diameter and 6, 21, or 20 number of spline. So, ano yung ibig sabihin natin yung spline? So, ganito kasi ang itsura ng medyo OA. Oh, mali pala. 5 spline lang pala to. So, medyo ganito yung itsura ng spline. Para siyang gear. Yan. Pero imagine, mas circular siya. So, yan yung cross-section nitong, tawag dito, PTO, pag natin. Next, tractor size can be determined based on the following. So, pag sinabi nating tractor size, hindi yan dimension ng tractor. Hindi yan, pag tinanong, what is the size of the tractor? Hindi ko dapat marinig na ang sasagot nyo, 6 meters by 2 meters. Mali yan. Pag sinabi nating tractor size, it can be in terms of weight. The heavier the tractor, the bigger its capacity. Or mas madalas, in terms of horsepower. Higher tractor horsepower, the bigger its size and be capable to do wider operations. So, ano ba, pag tinanong, what is the size of the tractor? So, let's say, kunwari, yung tractor natin sa DAFE. So, the size of the tractor nung Kubota tractor natin sa DAFE is 40 HP. Okay? So, ganun ang tractor size. So, or in terms of implement capacity, the more the tractor can draw implement, the bigger its size and the faster it can finish the operation. Next, drawbar pull. It is one of the most important factor in the performance of the tractor. Plowing and other operations are affected by the drawbar performance of the tractor. Drawbar pull is affected by the wheel slip, the engine power. It is also affected by the tractor weight and type and shape of the running gears or wheel condition to the ground surface, inflation pressure of tires, and others. So, running resistance. Sum of all resistance acting on the tractor. So, kasama nito yung rolling resistance from the soil surface, air resistance, acceleration resistance, and slope resistance. So, to compute for the rolling resistance, so it is equal to the coefficient of rolling resistance times weight of the tractor. So, ito yung mga table na dapat nyo sa uluhin. Ito yung mga coefficient of rolling resistance kung siya ay wheel type or crawler type. So, ito yung mga ground condition. Asphalt, dry hard ground, hard grassland, mown with meadow, soft sandy road, field just after cultivation, deep mud, and fine sand. So, a four-wheel tractor weighs 2.5 tons and running on a deep mud soil during rotary tilling operation. What is the rolling resistance of the tractor? So, sa deep mud soil, ang resistance niya, so four-wheel tractor. So, sinabi, wheel type, 0.2 to 0.3. So, kunin natin yung average. So, 0.2 to 0.3. So, gamitan natin siya ng average na 0.25. So, sabi, rolling resistance is equal to CR times W. So, rolling resistance is equal to 0.25 times weight of the tractor is in tons. Convert na lang natin na 1,000 kg per ton. So, sagot natin for the rolling resistance is 625 kilograms. Next, drawbar power formula. So, drawbar power is equal to wheel axle power minus power loss. At yung power loss na yon is due to wheel slip and rolling resistance. So, power loss is sum ng wheel slip at rolling resistance. So, if the tractor has a wheel axle power of 127.5 HP, so given na yung PW, a wheel slip of 27.39%, and a rolling resistance of 625 kilograms, and runs at a speed of 15 kph, what is the power loss and the drawbar power that can be delivered by the tractor? So again, power loss is equal to the sum of wheel slip plus yung rolling resistance. Okay? So wheel slip muna, kunin natin, PS is equal to yung wheel slip times axle power. Okay? So, kunin natin yon. PS is equal to 127.5 HP times 0.2739% ng wheel slip natin. So, this is 34.92225 HP. So, next naman, yung power loss is equal to sum nito, 25 HP, plus yung rolling resistance natin. So, it was mentioned na 625 kg. But the problem is, naka-HP yung isa, naka-kilogram yung isa, no? So, convert muna natin to. So, 625 kg times, so given naman yung speed niya na 15 kilometers per hour times 1 hour, gawin nating seconds para magkaroon tayo ng kilogram meter per second. Tapos ang 1 km is 1,000 meter times 9.806 pa. And then, kailangan pa natin itong i-multiply by 745 point, nali. Multiply natin to by 1 HP 1 HP per 7.547 watts. Yan. So, lalabas dito is 34.2444.9882 HP. Okay? So, ang power loss natin is sum nitong 34.92225 HP tsaka itong 34.244449882 HP. So, ang total power loss natin is 69.1672382 HP. Ayan. So, last, ang hinahanap na lang natin is yung drawbar power, which is equal to 127.5 minus yung total loss natin na 69.1672382 HP. So, PD is equal to 58.332761.8 HP. So, imagine, mas malaki pa yung power loss kaysa dun sa drawbar power. Okay, next. So, linear velocity. So, to convert the linear velocity or the velocity, yung velocity ng mga wheels natin from the number of revolution, so, kailangan lang natin itong simple formula na to. So, V is equal to pi dn, where V is the linear velocity, pi, and then D is the diameter of the wheel, and N is the number of the revolution. So, kailangan din natin itong mga reduction formula nito. N1D1 is equal to N2D2, saka N1T1 is equal to N2D2. So, let's try this problem. So, determine the forward speed of a two-wheel tractor in kph if specification of the transmission devices are given as below. So, sa first reduction, 3,000 RPM, and then connected siya, pinapaikot niya yung D1 na 10 cm. So, connected siya sa D2 na 30 cm and hindi given yung N2. Second reduction, N3 siya, and then N4 is equal to 250. T3 is equal to, walang naka-equal dito, and T4 is 100T. So, kanina, sa first reduction, naka-pulley. Second reduction naman, naka-gear. And then, third reduction, N5, wala nakalagay. N6 is 75 RPM. And T5 is 33 T. T6 is wala nakalagay. N7 is wala nakalagay. D7 is 50 cm. So, that is the diameter of the wheel. And then, speed in kph, yan yung pinapahanap. So, paano natin ang gagawin natin? So, gagawin natin di ganito. So, ito yung first reduction. And then, connected ng shafting, second reduction to. And then, connected ulit to by shaft. And then, third reduction. And then, connected by a shaft. Ito na yung ating ground wheel. Ito yung first, second reduction, and then third reduction. And then, lalagyan natin yan, no? So, dito si N1, D1 ang partner niya. N2, dito naman ang partner niya. Si N3, T3 naman to. Then, ito si N4, T4 naman to. This is N5, T5. Then, dito naman si N6, T6. And then, dito si N7, ito yung diameter. And then, hanapin natin itong speed. Okay, so pag binalikan natin yung problem, so 3,000 daw to, RPM. D1 is 10 cm. D2 is 30 cm. N3 wala. N4 is 250 RPM. T4 is 100 T. N5 wala. N6 is 75 RPM. And then T6 ay wala. N7, D7 is 50 cm. Okay? So, ang kailangan lang naman natin dyan talaga is etong part na to. Kasi gagamitin natin ng pi d, b is equal to pi dn. So, v, and then pi, meron na tayo. Ang d, ito yon si d7. And then yung n, n7 yung kailangan natin. So, kailangan lang natin itong n7. Kung titingnan natin, si n7 is connected kay n6 via shaft. And pag sinabi natin via shaft, same sila ng speed. So, ibig sabihin, n7 and n6 are equal. Therefore, n7 is equal to 75 RPM also. Ayan. So, kumpleto na tayo. So, yun na lang muna yung gagawin natin. So, hindi na natin kailangan pakialaman yung mga missing dun sa first, second, and third reduction. Kasi, nakuha na natin sa N7, which is, yan yung crucial na kailangan natin for determining the forward linear speed. So, balik tayo. V is equal to pi dn or pi d7 n7. Yan. Okay? So, V is equal to pi. Ang D7 natin is gawin natin ng meters. So, 4.5 meters from 50 cm. And then, D7 naman, ang N7 naman natin is 75 RPM. Okay? So, para ma-convert natin to in kph, so, unti-unti lang natin to i-convert. So, 5 meters, gawin natin kilometer. So, 1,000 m, 1 km. So, 1 km. And then, tong RPM, 75 rev per minute. So, 1 minute, 60 minutes, gawin natin 1 hour. Yan. Para meron tayong kilometer per hour. Cancel, cancel. Yung rev, dito siya 5 per rev. And then, minute. So, pag ginanap natin yung forward velocity, ang makuha na nating sagot dito is 7.06858,347 kilometers per hour. So, yan lang yung kailangan natin. Okay, next problem. If it is desired, no, to reduce the forward speed of the two-wheel tractor to 3 kph, what should be the diameter of D1, D2 if D1 and N1 remain the same? Okay? So, meron tayo ulit first, second, third reduction, and then meron ng speed na 3 kph. So, i-drawing muna ulit natin siya. So, ito yung first reduction, second reduction, third reduction, and then ito yung graph wheel. First, second, third, ito yung ground wheel. So, si N1, D1, N2, D2, N3, T3, then N4, T4, N5, T5, and then N6, T6, and then N7, D7 speed. So, i-fill out natin yan. So, si N1 tsaka si D1 is 3,010 cm. So, 3,000 RPM. Ito naman is 10 cm. Si N2 wala, D2 missing, N3 missing, N4 missing. T3, T4, 25, and 100. So, this is 25T. This is 100T. T5, T6 meron tayo. 33 and 110. 33T to 110T. So, 50 cm to. And then, ito naman, 3 kph. Okay? So, ang gusto natin is mahanap yung imemesh natin kay D2 if D1 and N1 remain the same. So, D1 ay N1 remain the same, D2 yung hinahanap. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin pagsosolve ay mula dito papunta dito sa part na to. Since given yung speed, convert natin yung speed, makukuha natin yung N7 using V is equal to pi dN. Okay? So, V is equal to 3 kilometers per hour. Convert natin. 1 km, 1,000 meter times 1 hour, 60 minutes. Time is equal to, equal na to. So, this is equal to pi times 0.5 meter, 0.5 cm, 0.5 meter, 50 cm ng 0.5 meter times n. Okay? So, yung n or N7. So, pag hinanap natin ang value ng N7, ang lalabas sa atin dito ay ilan? So, N7 is 31.83098862 RPM. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, sulat natin dito, 31.83098862 RPM. So, connected si N7 to N6 via shaft. So, etong shaft na to. So, ibig sabihin, same lang to. 31.83098862 RPM. So, again, pagka shaft, same lang yung speed. Okay? And then next, connected naman si N6 kay N5 via gear. Pwedeng gear or chain and sprocket. So, meron tayo, gamitin natin dito yung N1T1 is equal to N2T2. Okay? So, pag kinumpute natin yon, so, N6 times T6 divided by T5, lalabas yung N. Okay? So, anong lalabas sa N5 natin? N5 is equal to 106 okay, So 106.1032954 RPM. Yan. So, next, si to N4, connected siya via shaft. So, same lang, si N5 tsaka si N4. So, 106.1032954 RPM. So, next again, si N4 naman, tsaka si N3, connected siya via gear or via sprocket. So, ang nangyayari dyan, N1 T1 is equal to N2 T2 ulit. Or in this case, N4 times T4 divided by T3. So, ang lalabas sa atin is 424.4131816 RPM. So, sa N3 tsaka sa N2, same sila na shaft. So, 424 ulit to. 4131816 RPM. Okay? So, final na. N1 D1 divided by N2, makukuha natin yung D2. Okay? So, dito na tayo. N1 D1 is equal to N2 D2. So, si N1 is 3,000 RPM. Si D1 naman is 10 cm. Si N2 naman is 424.41318 4131816 RPM. So, si D2 naman is missing. So, pag hinanap natin, ang value ni D2 is 70.68583471 cm. So, yan yung answer natin. So, kaya lang ang tanong ko, ano kaya yung kailangan natin? Halimbawa, hindi available to 70.68 cm. Ang kunwari ang available lang sa mabibilhan natin is 71 or 72. Ay, 71 or 670. So, sino kaya ang gagamitin natin? Okay? So, ang gagawin nyo dyan, so pabalik kayo magko-compute. So, i-assume nyo si D2 na 70 or 71 and then titingnan nyo kung ma-achieve via power transmission itong 3 kph. No? So, pero dun sa sinabi ko, so use diameter less than dito sa 70.685834 to achieve yung 3 kph na gusto natin. Okay? So, for this particular problem, pwede kayong gumamit ng, let's say, 70 cm na D2 para ma-achieve pa rin natin yung 3 kph to. More than 3 kph yung mapoproduce nyo dyan. Pero kung gagamitin nyo yung 71, less than 3 kph na yung ma-achieve nyo. So, next. So, tractor weight. Okay? So, proportion lang naman to. Weight of the tractor is to static weight of the tractor in the front wheel is equal to wheelbase is to center of gravity with respect to the rear axle. So what is the wheelbase of a tractor? Okay, weighing 7,800 pounds if the static weight on the front wheel is 1,500 pounds. Assume that the location of the center of gravity longitudinally with respect to the rear axle is 32.5 inches. Okay? So, ang sabi, tractor weight is to static weight. So, tractor weight is to static weight is equal to wheelbase to center of gravity. Center of gravity. So, ang tractor weight natin, 7.8 pounds times ang static weight natin is 1.5 pounds is equal to wheelbase natin. Yun yung hinahanap. And then yung center of gravity is 32.5. 32.5 inch. Okay? So, pagka sinod natin to, makuha natin sagot is wheelbase is equal to 169 inches. So, that's all. Thank you.